So this evening, NYCFC is playing Inter Miami CF. At this time, they're probably most likely in the second half, if the game is not over yet. And this is supposedly, most likely, Taty Castellanos' last match with NYCFC. And it's most likely safe to assume that this is his last time ever playing in the MLS. For as numerous reports stated, and he himself stated before, the ultimate goal is for him to return back to his home country. So after he gets through finishing playing in La Liga, he's most likely going back to Argentina. When it comes to this NYCFC icon, I want to talk about perception versus reality. Because one of the reasons why he stated he wants to go play in Europe is because the Argentina head coach of the national FIFA team told him that he has to get experience in Europe. They're saying that all of his achievements, all of his success, his leadership in the MLS, how he developed and grew into a really valuable, good player, none of that stuff mattered because he played in the MLS. Him being a Golden Boot winner, him giving NYCFC momentum to have a chance to win a championship by being the only person to score a goal in that 2021 MLS Cup championship match within regulation. Him coming to the States, a foreign country that he didn't grow up in, that he's not familiar with, and him evolving and maturing into a valuable, good soccer player, a valuable, good global football player that he is. None of that matters. The fact that multiple European leagues were chasing after him, multiple European clubs was pursuing him. None of that mattered, according to the Argentina coach, because he played in the MLS. And because of that, he now has to go to another country and play for another league just to start all over to prove himself yet again. Brothers and sisters, I just want to explain to you about the danger of perception. You see, it's not guaranteed that Castellanos will put up the same numbers in La Liga, similar to how he did in the MLS. Is that because La Liga is a tougher league? I don't believe so, because as I continue to tell you my belief about these 5 European leagues, in each of these leagues there's usually three to 5 teams that's good and everybody else is below average. So it's not because of that. It's just things happen. Coaching staff is different. Culture is different. The field, different. It's just different locations. Just things are different. And the way life is unpredictable, you just never know what may happen. So all of the hard work that he put in the MLS, the Argentina coach is saying that's not good enough. So that's why he has to go play for one of the big 5 Euros. Future MLS stars, future MLS players, don't allow short-sighted perception to dictate your reality. See, the case of Taty Castellanos forcing his way to Europe is an example of somebody who's allowing perception to dictate his reality. Because the perception is that he's not good enough because he hasn't played in one of the big 5 Euros yet. But reality says he is good enough, because even though he hasn't played in the big 5 Euros, he has played in the highest level of football for a stable nation. It's not like he's playing at a high level for a third world country. He's playing at the highest level of football for a developed nation. And that right there should give enough merit. But because perception says you haven't played in the Big 5 Euros yet, so now he has to go to another country, start all over, because everything he done in the MLS, according to the Argentina coach, it doesn't matter. He has to go to another country and play for one of the Big 5 Euros, start all over to prove his worth. This is not a difficult task. The culture in Europe is different. The style of play in La Liga is different. So that's why I say to you, MLS players, do not allow perception to dictate your reality. Now, how is NYCFC going to move forward from here? One of the things you got to be thankful for, NYCFC, is that he's leaving at the time where gridiron football season is about to begin. So because gridiron football season is about to begin, the New York media, next week, the New York media will be heavily focused on Giants, Jets, Patriots, Eagles, Buffalo Bills, all those NFL teams in that region. The New York media is going to be busy starting next week. So as a result of that, you might see a little paragraph on the New York newspaper saying like other news reports. And it's just going to be a little paragraph saying Valentin Castellanos left NYCFC to go play in La Liga. It's just going to be a paragraph. So it's not going to be too many media attention for that. So MLS, you won't receive another embarrassment, basically what I'm saying. And Taty Castellanos, you're choosing to leave the MLS at the right time. Why? Because this is the decade where Americans are just starting to familiarize themselves with traditional football. This is the decade where Americans are actually acknowledging that soccer does exist in this country and we do have real legitimate professional leagues in this country. As a result of that, anybody who's not an NYCFC loyalist, and they're basically fans who've been following the team since 2015 or ever since they won the championship, but moving forward, guys who are not NYCFC loyalists, they're not really going to remember you. So you're choosing the right time to leave. If traditional football was a real popular sport in this country, oh man, fans will not be happy. Fans will not be happy. And this is another reason why I continue to preach. MLS, Abu Dhabi, you have to protect your stars. Moving forward, you have to do a better job. Now, you did a better job in this situation, Abu Dhabi. You really raised the price. And if anybody wanted to get Castellanos, they had to pay that heavy price. So you did a good job this time around. Moving forward, we have to find more offensive guys. This is the offensive era. We don't care about defense. So when one guy, as in Taty Castellanos, leaves, we just have a couple of other guys that we can look forward to who can score just as much as he can. So moving forward, the game needs to move towards the offensive side. The team still has Towels, Mango, and City Football Group. They have the amount of resources to continue to recruit good players. But the game in general should move more into offense. So when a guy like Castellanos leave, it'll be like nothing. Just next man up. I'm not sure, besides Magno, who will be that next man up. But future MLS players, guys in MLS Next Pro and MLS Next, and do not allow perception to dictate your reality. You believe in the body of work you put in, and your skill and your body of work, no matter what league you play in, your skill speaks for itself.